Hello and welcome to Let Us Farm. So today we are going to be discussing a question posed by some catfish farmers. They are asking me, is it right for catfish to be dying 2-3 every day after stocking? Another way to put this question is, what is the reason why your catfish die 2 to 3 pieces every day after stocking? You may have noticed this in your catfish farm, and this happens for a while. You keep losing your catfishes, you don't know exactly what the problem might be. And when this situation happens, you notice that you keep spending money, consulting many people, and they keep dying. Is it normal for this to happen, or could there be a problem as per why this is happening? Well, welcome once again to This is Let Us Farm page, and all we do here is to discuss practical solutions to solving all our agri problems. If you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe to our channel Let Us Farm and click on the notification bell so that as soon as I drop a video, you'll be first to see it. Should you be having any issue in your farm, simply do a 2 to 3 minute video and send that video to me. Once I get that video, I'm going to review the video and send you a solution to solving your farm problems. This I'm going to do for you free of charge. Yes, it's free service. So just do that and you will be fine when you do that. So I will discuss this extensively to know and tell you exactly why this happens and what to avoid. I'll be right back. Welcome back. So like I said, we are discussing today about what's the reason why your catfishes keeps dying 2 to 3 after stocking, and what is the remedy to stop this particular problem. This is a problem that many catfish farmers normally have, and some of them tend to wonder if it's normal that your catfishes keep dying 2 to 3. Every blessed day you come, you see your catfishes dead, floating. Sometimes you may not see them die today, but tomorrow you see them, meaning that the one that died today may have been eaten and it's under the pond. Now people are worried, why is this happening? Is this normal? Okay, now I want to first of all remind you all that, please, for any reason, I'm not forming any WhatsApp group. I have no Telegram group. I have no group where I ask people to pay money to join. So in case maybe someone have told you that Let Us Farm have a special group, please discard that. I don't have it. So whatever you want to ask, you can ask me here or reach me on my WhatsApp and I would answer you. But you are not meant to pay any money to me. So now let us go on. So what I was saying is, these things are situations that happens in the farm. They are not like maybe they are mysterious or tagged anything. So first of all, understand that I actually have a video, something reflecting on something like this, but not entirely this. So the first thing for you to understand is that when you travel with your juvenile for a long distance, there is possibility that some of them may be weak and may die. But there is how it is done. The guy or the lady who supplies you the juvenile or the fingerlings, whatever it is, they have a specific requirement for each of the traveling containers that they put their fish. So there are some containers that they will tell you that it can only take 500 pieces. So the first thing for you to do to reduce or avoid all this debt is, if they tell you what is the number that they are going to put on these containers, please do not argue with them. One of the most problems we as catfish farmers have is that we always think we are smart and we are trying to make ends meet where it's not supposed to meet. For instance, if you are going to use a 50-liter gallon to transport your fishes, and the person who wants to sell these fishes to you tell you that, look, what I put for the level of distance you want these fishes to go, because distances are different. Someone that is going 10 minutes distance cannot be able to compare with someone that is going 1 hour. Meaning that if you are on 10 minutes distance from where you are picking it up to where you are transferring to the pond, you will take more fishes. than someone that is going further of 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 to 10 hours, as the case may be. Now, if this guy that wants to give you these fishes now say, you know what, we're going to put a limitation of like 500 or 300 because of the stress level of the journey on the road, I will advise you as the catfish owner, who is going to be the last person to bear the risk, to stick with what he has said. Do not for any reason say please increase the number. This is where the first problem starts, because what happens is that if the number is too much in each of the container you use in doing this transportation, you have indirectly induced stress on these fishes. This is number one. The number two is, by the time you get these fishes, there are procedures for transferring fish. I have done a video on that where I have explained that you don't pour the video like you are pouring water into the pond. You are to lower the fishes in the container down into the pond, then allow the fishes to flow into the water. So what this does is that when you do it, you now reduce the shock level on these fishes. But when you just pour them as if you are pouring water into the pond, the force at which they get down from that container and hit your pond increases the shock level on it, and the fishes affected, you keep seeing them die one after the other until a very long time. Now, like I said at the beginning of it, it's not really shocking, or let me say it is not uncommon for you to see your fishes die 1 or 2, 3 days after you get them. But when there's a problem is when it becomes a reoccurring situations that every day they keep dying, for 1 week they keep dying, 2 weeks they keep dying, then there's a problem. And this problem could have arose from the way you transported and the way you transferred the fishes. This is not to say that fishes don't go far. I have actually seen people who took fishes as far as 7-8 hours and just lost less than 10 pieces by the time they go home. Meaning that they manage the situation just like I have explained now, that you should manage it and get the best result. So this is one. Then if after 3-4 days they keep dying, then the next thing you have to check is that your stocking capacity is what is supposed to be. You see, these catfishes are sensitive, so when they change location from where they are hatched, they now tend to like feature that they are going to stay living a very pleasant life. Now what happens is that because you've transported them, moved them from their initial abode, they want to get used to a new place. So imagine a pond that is meant to take only 500, you put 1.5 inside. So what happens is that after their first 2-3 days of trying to adjust, they now have this issue of overcrowdedness. They start dying. And why they are dying is, one, they're overcrowded. Two, is that they release waste inside the water. And each time they release waste inside the water, they keep taking back this water. And this water that contains their waste becomes a poison to them. And that's why those who cannot withstand the ammonia concentration in this water they are taking in now keeps dying on a regular basis. So you may not know all these things because you look at it, they seem that they are okay. The next morning you come, they die. Because if you watch throughout the night, they have like 12 hours of releasing waste and drinking the same water they release waste. So this actually gives them a very big problem. That's why when you come in the morning, you see what has happened that night as a result. So when this starts happening, I would advise you to always seek guidance on what is your pond capacity. Look, though some people must have told you that for you to calculate your pond capacity, it is the water level in your pond. I have always maintained that is very wrong. What matters in your pond calculation is the spacing in the pond. Your water, you are always good once you have 3 feet water height. Whatever above 3 feet is just an extra that you decided to put. Doesn't have much value because your catfishes are not deep swimmers. So I've tried to explain it, but some people don't want to take it. So when you now start seeing this death, it comes back to that same thing I have told you. If you understand what I have explained now, and I have explained that the first thing that you will notice is because of the stress level of transportation, which is expected to stop within 2-3 days. anything concerning that situation would have stopped, because they are supposed to be stabilized within 2-3 days. Now when it now continues every day, the next thing you are supposed to look into is what you have stocked in the pond. So if you have overstocked your pond, it simply means that the ammonia concentration of that pond is too much for them. So that's why they keep dying. Now some people will say, okay, what if I start changing water every day? Now the problem of changing water every day in your pond is that you increase the stress level of your fishes, because each time you change water, you are stressing the fishes. You just like, I'm removing oxygen from you and putting back oxygen, because they live inside the water, they breathe inside the water. So each time you are removing the water, you watch, the fishes are always confused, running up and down, which increases their stress level. Then before you know, you now start putting another water. So changing water every day for the fishes is not the best option. Like I always tell people that when they ask me, I always say, come, the max you can do is every 2 days change your water, and don't stay beyond 3 days to change your water, no matter the situation, especially for those people who are using concrete pond and using tarpaulin pond or using tanks. But if it's earthen pond, that's not a problem. I have videos where I have explained how many times you can change your water just to stop situations like this. So now, like I said, if you have overstocked your pond, people ask me, what do they do now that they've overstocked your pond? There's nothing that is not reversible except death. So the only thing you can do is look for someone that you can sell those fishes to if you don't have money to buy more pond. Very simple. So you sell the fishes to people, and then you have your time to think well. But if you don't have people that you can sell the fishes to, then go and buy more ponds. Because the right thing is that before you stock, ask questions of how many should you stock. Now, going to ask the guy that's going to supply you fish is never the best, because if it's someone who is not sincere, he's going to tell you something because of the way he wants to sell. Because asking me how many you will stock, I will have to ask you what is your budget. This thing happens to determine how many you will stock. Without a budget, forget about prayers and stocking. You will need your budget before you bring in the prayers to support your budget. So you don't need to put the cart before the horse. It will not work. So like I said, if you understand me very, very well now, you see that follow the sequences of what I have said. The first 2 days they come, it could be stress level. And for you to avoid this stress level, make sure that you adhere to what the guy who is selling the fishes or the lady who is selling the fishes tells you about how many that inside the container. By the time you get the fishes to your pond, make sure that the transfer of the fishes is done well. Do not pour your fishes, but lower the container inside the pond for them to swim out. Then after 2-3 days, if that persists and keep happening every day, then consider that your pond must have been overstocked and reduce the number. Don't forget, as you are doing this, let your water management situation be top notch, meaning that change your water at least every 2 days. Changing the water every day is not the best option. Now, is there anything I have said now that maybe you don't really understand, or you have some certain questions about what I have said? Kindly use the comment section. And do you have any topic you want me to treat? Kindly use the comment section. And like I said before, if you're having any challenges in your farm, simply use the 2 to 3 minutes video and send to me. When I look at these videos, I will profile you a situation. Do you really like what we have done? Kindly give us a thumbs up, a like, and share this video for others to see. Until I come your way next time, I'm yours, Noel Ogemele of Leros Farm. Keep farming till of life.